What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Beef Outdoors. I am in the truck gonna go and trap some leeches. I plan on taking those leeches, slip bobber fishing for walleyes, and I like to do kind of the whole process. I haven't been to this leech pond in a couple of years, so I'm not sure how it's gonna be. So if you don't see this part of the intro, it didn't pan out, you never know. I have an assistant with me today. Unfortunately, we left at around nap time, and the truck drive put her to sleep. So we'll have to wake her up, but she'll have fun once we get going. What are we out here to do? Are we gonna go get leeches?
Yeah.
Is there some pretty flowers behind you? Do you see the purple flowers? Back there. Are there purple flowers back there?
Yeah.
Are they pretty?
Yeah.
Okay.
My house at home.
Yep, you got pretty flowers at home too.
Yeah. About purple ones.
You like the purple ones?
Yeah. I have purple ones at home.
Yes, you do. So here's the last trap. So what I do is I have paracord, pie tin,
Hey, Daddy.
and a piece of meat. Yes, Collie.
It's hurt.
Yeah, you got a big stick there.
It's me.
Do you like playing in the woods with Dada?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? Then I just loop it through these so I don't lose a clip. And we'll toss it out. I don't have tons of confidence because the last time I was here, there was someone who I think commercially trapped it, and the trails were kept up. Right now there's no trails kept up, so I'm limited to putting all my traps into this one singular little spot here because I can't get anywhere else in the pond. This is just public property on this half of the pond, and it's the only access, so. Threw that one pretty good. We'll tie it off. And we'll come back for these in the morning. Hopefully they produce. I have to put them all in one little small spot. That's unfortunate. Did you find a pretty leaf?
Yeah. It's a Daddy.
It's for me. How nice of you. And then obviously pack out your garbage on your way out. Yep, we're going home now. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, did you have fun?
Yeah.
I'm glad you did. That's what matters out of all of this. Well, I'm back out to check the leech traps. Got my bucket with. Got the angle of some water for the leeches if I have any. But I honestly have some pretty low confidence going into this because I've trapped this a couple years ago. There was well-maintained trails. Someone else was trapping out here. And I think it's not good. So this might not even be in the video. We'll see. First trap. No ride-alongs. Oh, there's a couple small guys on the outside. Maybe this isn't that bad. Look at that. I have come into the mother lode. Let's see what trap number 2 brings. Just a few, nothing big. This is one of the ones with a really small chunk in it. Huh? There's some leeches. And last trap. This is absolutely worth doing if you have a leech pond, because I got a lot of leeches for what would cost definitely a little bit. So let's see here. Oh yeah, look at that. Lots of small ones, but plenty of good sized ones for the slip bobber. And we're gonna go fishing now. Well, I got the yak unloaded. Got a little bit of rigging to do. Leeches are in tow in the angle. And out of my buddy's cabin. We're gonna go try and catch some walleyes to get part 2 of this video done. Today, because it's a pretty overcast day, I put on the red mirrored lenses, which actually are a yellow tint from H3O. We'll see if you can see them. The yellow tint really brightens things up on the overcast days. Probably pretty hard to see through a camera, but the interchangeable lenses that H3O offers are just amazing, because I can get specific on what conditions I'm in. I know the sun's not going to come out basically all day today, so might as well brighten things up, still get the polarization, and just, it gives me an advantage on the water. Absolutely does. My way to my spot today, custom painted stick bait from JG's Custom Lures. Gonna troll that along, see if I can pick up anything bonus. There's a bite. First one. Feeling pretty decent. Yep. There we go. On the board of the keeper. This spot kind of sets up a little funky for the wind for me, but there's a rock pile off of a point, and the walleyes feeding off of it, so I kind of got to sit sideways a little bit. But got the mission tackle slip bobber jig right in the snoot, and there's the leech we just trapped. Pretty awesome. Kind of fun to do the whole trap your own bait and then come and fish it business. Let's get the fish basket out. That one will go in for a catch and cook at some point. Yes! So I kept the camera rolling down there while I loaded up, because last time I didn't have the cameras rolling while I was loading and I fell in the water. That would have been good content. Well, that happened again. Ooh, there's a fish. Feels like a good one too. This is awkward. Oh, it's a pike. I'm gonna be not disappointed if I don't get this in, but he's hooked really well. Okay. Pike and kayak, crankbaits in close quarters are gonna be a fun combo. That's why I got the pliers right on deck here. Okay, one's out. Second one's out. There's the pike. Going back. There's a bite. Got him. Feels like another pretty decent keeper-sized one. Ooh, maybe a little better. Starting to dig a little more. Oh, I debacled the net job there. A little bit longer rod is getting me. I usually don't have this long of a rod. That's what she said. I couldn't resist there. But our own trap leech, mission tackle, 16th ounce slip bobber jig, keeper walleye. The sun came out, and maybe that's gonna get them going a little bit. We actually weren't supposed to have sun today, so this is a new forecast switch. So awesome. So what I do in my slip bobber setup is I use the slip bobber jig for mission tackle. It's got a little bit larger hook. It's a 16th ounce, so it's a good size to be able to fish, yet not be such a big bulky jig. I use the JB Lures Easy On Float. It's just styrofoam, but it slides like it's got a grommet, and it's really budget friendly, and you can see them for a long ways. For the reel, I use a 3000 size PC Fun Viper X. It's got such a smooth drag. It casts amazing. It performs, and what the 3000 size gives me enough line per crank to catch up to the fish on a slip bobber. I fished this on mono, and then a medium light moderate action rod. Delabay built me up slip bobber specific rod because this is one of my favorite things to do. The moderate rod, the mono, it just really helps me keep fish pinned because you kind of sometimes get them in awkward positions. And like right now in the kayak, I'm pitching away from, I like to fish straight downwind, but it's just the coverage and not just kind of roaming around here. There's random stumps and rocks, and I'm just trying to hit from this spot. So, bobber down. Got one. I need to tighten my drag. I got the YouTube drag going. Some kind of swam towards me. Oh, I got lucky. Hook popped out, but I had the net in the right spot. Score a walleye. Another one for the pan. You know what, actually? I think we're gonna go some fish tacos for our catch and cook of this episode. Fish tacos might be my favorite food. Had one or two in my day, if you can't tell. So we chunked up the fish from the other day, the 3 walleyes, and we're just gonna toss it in some taco seasoning and bake it in the oven. It's gonna be super easy to do, but gives it a nice, taco flavor, and very, very simple, and it pairs very well to tacos. Color contrast is a bit tough because it kind of turns a reddish orange with the taco season, but there, it's switched up, or it's not switched up, excuse me, it's mixed up, and I put a little honey in there as a binder. Is it gonna be yummy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Toast some corn tortillas, and it is amazing with those on them. So we made a salsa to go with the fish tacos here. This is mangoes, red onions, jalapeno, cilantro, and lime juice. Really, really good. Pairs really, really well with the fish, and it's very, very fresh. Love mixing in the salsa. Sometimes we make a little homemade slaw as well, but we're feeling the summery today and gonna go with the mango salsa. Have the fish just spread it on a cookie sheet. We'll bake in the oven for about 6 to 8 minutes, and then we'll broil it to get it a little crispy. And there's what it looks like after it's in the oven for 8 minutes and 2 minutes of broiling. Give a nice little crisp, and it's gonna be delicious. Still toasting up the last of the tortillas. Made up one already, but what we do is we just take a few pieces of the fish, put it on the tortilla, grab a scoop of our salsa, top it off. Well, there it is. Fish tacos. Possibly my favorite meal. And we went and caught our own bait to do it. Had the whole process start to finish. It's fulfilling to do that. So, this is Cole Karski with Beef Outdoors. Go trap your own bait. Throw it under a slip bobber. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the fruits of the labor. So, tight lines, everyone.
Ya no puede caminar porque no tiene, porque le falta marihuana que fumar. La cucaracha. Ya no puede caminar porque no tiene, porque le falta marihuana que fumar.